Hey there, it's Therapy and Relaxation. Today we're talking about the BPD Relationship Survival Guide. Build trust and connection. Let's go. Navigating relationships can be challenging for anyone, but for those living with borderline personality disorder, or BPD, the landscape can feel especially uncertain and complex. Deep emotional sensitivity, intense fears of abandonment, and a fluctuating self-image can make connection both deeply desired and incredibly daunting. But meaningful, healthy relationships are absolutely possible, and everyone, including those with BPD, deserves love, support, and genuine connection. Building trust and connection in relationships while living with BPD starts with understanding, both for yourself and the people close to you. Insight into how BPD shapes thoughts, behaviors, and emotional responses can lay the foundation for empathy, patience, and growth on both sides. The first step is to recognize that the core of BPD often centers on an overwhelming fear that the people we care about, the people we need most, might leave us. This fear, sometimes called abandonment sensitivity, can manifest in a variety of ways, sometimes with clinginess or anxious checking in, at other times with anger, withdrawal, or preemptive distancing. It's not about manipulation or control. It's an intense expression of the need to feel secure, valued, and safe. So, how do you begin to build or rebuild trust and connection in the midst of these strong emotional currents? The process begins with self-awareness. Paying close attention to your own thoughts, triggers, and reactions helps you spot patterns as they emerge. Are there specific situations that tend to spark overwhelming fear or anger? What are the early signs in your body or mind that a strong emotion is welling up? By noticing these patterns, you gain just enough distance to catch yourself before reacting impulsively. This space between feeling and action is powerful. It lets you choose how you want to respond rather than being swept away. Communication is the lifeblood of trust. For people with BPD, putting intense thoughts and feelings into words can sometimes feel terrifying, like taking a leap without a safety net. Yet honest, gentle communication is also what helps others understand and support you. It can feel safer to lash out, withdraw, or shut down than to say, "I'm feeling scared right now," or "I need some reassurance." But expressing feelings, needs, and fears as clearly as possible sets the stage for empathy and connection. A helpful tool in these moments is I statements. Instead of accusatory language, which can put others on the defensive, try framing your feelings from your own perspective. "When you didn't text me back, I felt really anxious and worried I did something wrong." This kind of vulnerability can open up conversations, allowing both partners to understand and support each other's needs. It's equally important to practice active listening. When your loved one shares their thoughts or feelings, try to listen without immediately jumping to conclusions or focusing on your next response. Let their words land, reflect back what you hear, and check for understanding. This not only reduces misunderstandings, but also makes your partner feel valued and heard. Establishing clear, consistent boundaries is another cornerstone of healthy relationships, especially when BPD is part of the dynamic. Boundaries aren't walls. They're guidelines that help everyone in the relationship feel safe. For the person with BPD, boundaries can help define where your needs end and your partner's needs begin. For partners or loved ones, boundaries provide a sense of agency and clarity. Setting boundaries starts with open, honest conversations. What specific actions or behaviors make each person feel safe and respected? Are there topics or situations that are especially sensitive or triggering? For example, maybe you need advance notice before plans change, or perhaps you prefer not to argue late at night. Be as clear as possible about your boundaries and encourage your partner to share theirs as well. Once boundaries are drawn, consistency is key. Both parties need to honor these agreements as closely as possible. Inevitably, there will be times when boundaries are crossed, by accident or in the heat of an emotional moment. When this happens, it's vital to acknowledge it, apologize sincerely, and work together to repair any hurt. This ongoing process of boundary setting and repair builds trust over time, demonstrating that the relationship can weather difficult moments without collapsing. Another pillar of relationship survival is emotional regulation. One of the signature challenges for those with BPD is intense, rapidly shifting emotions. These strong feelings can sometimes lead to impulsive words, actions, or even self-sabotage, pushing people away right when you want connection the most. Learning to regulate your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them or pretending you're unaffected. Instead, it's about developing tools to experience your feelings without immediately reacting to them. Mindfulness practices, such as pausing to notice your breath, the sensations in your body, or the flow of your thoughts, can help you ride out emotional storms more effectively. Grounding techniques like naming 5 things you see, 4 you can touch, 3 you can hear, 2 you can smell, and 1 you can taste, can help bring you back to the present when emotions threaten to overwhelm. Dialectical behavior therapy, or DBT, is one of the most effective therapies for BPD, and it provides a treasure trove of practical strategies for managing emotions, increasing distress tolerance, and improving communication skills. Even if you're not in formal therapy, many DBT skills are available in books, online resources, and support groups, and can be integrated into daily life to improve relationship resilience. Practicing self-care is another essential aspect of maintaining healthy connections. Self-care isn't just about bubble baths or spa days. It's about tending to your basic physical, emotional, and mental needs. Are you sleeping enough? Eating nourishing meals? Moving your body regularly? Carving out time for hobbies that bring you joy? When your own cup is full, it's that much easier to show up for others with patience and compassion. It's also important to recognize that intense emotions are not moral failings. Everyone feels insecure, hurt, or scared sometimes. With BPD, these feelings can be more frequent and more pronounced, but they don't make you bad or unworthy. Adopting a non-judgmental stance toward your own emotions creates internal safety, which then helps you create a safer space in your relationships. For partners and loved ones of someone with BPD, education and empathy can be transformative. Reading reliable resources about BPD, attending support groups, or even speaking with a therapist yourself can provide tools you need to support your loved one and to care for your own well-being too. Remember, you are part of this dance, and your needs matter just as much. When supporting someone with BPD, try to separate the person from the disorder. BPD is not a choice. It's a serious mental health condition rooted in both biology and experience, often shaped by early trauma or invalidation. If your loved one reacts in ways that are difficult or hurtful, remind yourself that these behaviors are not personal attacks. They're expressions of distress. Responding with patience, kindness, and consistency helps build the safety your partner needs to trust and open up. Repair and forgiveness are vital ingredients in relationship survival. Every couple, every friendship will hit rough patches. There may be arguing, hurt feelings, or misunderstandings. For relationships involving BPD, these ruptures can sometimes feel catastrophic in the moment. The good news is, every rupture is also a chance for repair. Apologize openly and sincerely when your words or actions go astray. Invite your partner to share how they're feeling and listen without defensiveness. Making amends, even in small ways, rebuilds trust brick by brick. Another survival tool: take things one day at a time. It can be tempting to catastrophize when emotions run high or when things go wrong. This always happens. We'll never be happy. Try instead to focus on the present moment and the next right step. Relationship growth is a gradual process, with ups and downs along the way. Celebrate progress, however small. Maybe you communicated a feeling without anger for the first time. Maybe you reached out for help instead of lashing out. Every step forward is evidence of both your resilience and your dedication to your relationships. Lastly, remember that healthy relationships are reciprocal. Both people deserve to feel safe, respected, and valued. If you find your relationship is regularly unsafe, abusive, or damaging to your well-being, it's okay to seek support to reassess what you need. Protecting your own heart is a key part of building authentic, lasting connection. To sum up, building trust and connection in relationships with BPD is challenging, but it is absolutely possible. It starts with self-awareness, recognizing your own patterns and reactions. It continues with honest, gentle communication and active listening. Boundaries, consistency, emotional regulation, and self-care are essential tools, as is an unwavering commitment to repair and forgiveness when things go wrong. Educate yourself, practice patience, and remember, you are capable of healthy, meaningful relationships. Everyone deserves to feel loved and connected, including those living with BPD. With knowledge, effort, and compassion, relationships can not only survive, but truly thrive. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to subscribe us and check out therapyandrelaxation.com for more. See you tomorrow.